how to hold space for your loved ones. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess. I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence, and I'm here to share with you techniques to support yourself and your loved ones to successfully process your emotions and start healing the relationship dynamic in that framework. I'm going to share my personal experience with my beautiful beloved Rob as an example to keep things very simple yet profoundly insightful for you to start applying this for yourself. And what has showed up by holding space is that it's easy to listen to someone, especially when you're reactive, triggered, or traumatized, and what they're saying to you goes through one ear and out the other because you're seeing them as the abuser or perpetrator whenever they're evoking a pain point for you. And holding space is about being able to have the capacity to hold space for your emotions while someone else is expressing themselves to you. And to be fully present what's showing up for you and for them. If we are not able to have the capacity to hold space for ourselves while someone is sharing something with us, then we're not creating a safe environment for healing to occur. So, step one, hold the highest intention that you have when it comes to space holding. So, in this instance, when I was in Thailand and I was on the road to an organic cooking class, I was on the phone to my beautiful partner and he said that he is feeling so angry. Particularly with me, something was triggered within himself. And I was in the right headspace and heart space to support him without being needy, triggered, reactive, or taking it personally. So I said to him, look, babe, I feel what feels right is for me to hear you out and for you to really express what it is that you're frustrated with me, what it is that's causing you so much pain and anger with my words or actions. And he was scared at first because he was scared that I would be triggered or I would get upset. And I said to him, no, I've cleared up my side of the road the other night. So I'm feeling good now and I'm ready to hold space. It's better you get this out than keeping it to yourself. And once I was able to establish that trust and safety with him, he was able to really vent it out and express it. And I can see from a place of empathy where he was coming from. Yes, I'm definitely that. Yes, I did say that. Yes, I can come across this way. When he keeps venting and expressing his pain out and processing it, I can understand where he's coming from because I'm no angel. I'm not a saint. And I'm human as everyone else. I also do experience polarity because I've had a traumatic upbringing. And through that, I understand his pain. And to hold space for that and to hold a higher frequency. I was able to find myself being amused as he was venting out his pain because there's a part of me that thinks and feels, why is it that we hold on to so much pain and turn it into a big deal when there's so much life to live? And I feel that is more of a higher self frequency that was coming through. And as we hold space for that person with the highest integrity and intention and not interfere in what they're expressing, but to just listen and hold space, what was coming out we are respecting that person. We are not interrupting their healing process. We are acknowledging what is showing up for that. And as soon as he completely processed his anger, he was able to tap into the grief. Not feeling seen, not feeling validated, not feeling loved, and being judged instead. And then he was able to express and go deeper with his inner child. Because that's where it all comes from, is our wounded inner child. The parts of ourselves that's not feeling felt, seen, witnessed, respected, acknowledged, held, loved, cared for, and so forth. And then I was then able to speak to his inner child and express the love that I have for him and why I chose him as my partner, why I love him. And that integrated what showed up for him into completion. And since then, things have been incredibly harmonious and peaceful between us. Now, that is quite an advanced experience. It wasn't like that for both of us. And so, as I covered step two is about space holding. So step one is holding the highest intention for healing that you have for that person. Whether that intention is, I'm ready to see this person with love. I'm ready to put my ego aside to restore integrity, respect, harmony in this. The intention could be, I am ready to process whatever emotions and toxicity that's showing up for both of us, so we can create something beautiful and long-lasting and sustainable in this, whatever your intention is. And through that experience, the second piece is space holding. So just listening to the other person without judgment, without interruptions or distractions, and holding space from a place of compassion, love. If you're not able to move into step two, you need to process your emotions first before holding space for others. Now, this showed up quite a bit in the beginning of my relationship with Rob, and I was just expressing the wounded inner child, that little girl who felt so shut down and became very judgmental, dismissive, and cold towards him. And it's incredible how Rob was able to hold space for that, whereas so many men in the past aren't able to handle that wounded version of Jess. And whenever that little girl keeps showing up and keeps lashing out at him, there was moments where I was able to reflect and see, why is it that I am being triggered? Why is it that I'm lashing out onto him? What does he remind me of from my past that I haven't processed yet? And as I was able to go deeper within myself, I was able to see, wow, Rob really has my back. He is holding love and space for this fugly part of me, this fragmented part of me that is in need of love and healing. And when I was able to see that, the little girl inside of me became safe with Rob. And as he was able to continuously hold space, as I keep process and move through the emotions, I was able to then hold space for my emotions instead of lashing out onto him. And through that experience, that is why I was able to get to the point where I was in Thailand to hold space for him over the phone. And the third thing is exposing your vulnerabilities and insecurities with that person. So, for example, feeling attracted to multiple people or other people when you're in a relationship. And I've suppressed my desire for being attracted to different men in the spiritual space that we both know. And I suppressed that because I felt so ashamed to even have that desire and to expose that desire with him. And so when I was ready to express that to him, my insecurities, my desires that he wasn't aware of, he was able to hold space for that without judgment. And he was coming from a place of curiosity. I'm curious, why are you attracted to him? And I would share honestly and authentically why. And when I shared that, and I keep sharing that in multiple conversations, I realized that attraction has dissolved and that I'm no longer drawn to that person anymore or feeling any attraction, because I'm no longer giving those suppressed desires and secrets a negative charge. So as soon as we expose it, where our loved ones can hold space without judgment, with respect and safety, we also heal and process dark aspects within ourselves that has been deeply suppressed. Because in the past, these desires were judged by people that we know and love, or by society, that it's not okay to have a desire for polyamory. And that's what was showing up for me. And I never thought I would be in that situation. And it's not until I was able to express that, knowing that my partner can hold space for that and he can handle what I was about to say. He made it very safe for me to clear that desire and to let go of these secrets. That's no longer a secret anymore. And it really brings us so much more closer, and our love and intimacy for one another deepens as well. And that is the same whenever he expressed his desire for other women. And I would come from a place of lightheartedness and say, really? Why would you go for her? She's too young for you. She's too immature. She's too scattered. And I would bring lightness to it, because I know in my heart of hearts that Rob deep down is loyal to me, and there is nothing for me to feel scared of. I was not even jealous at all. And when I was able to bring that sense of humor and lightheartedness, he felt safe, because he was judged by his ex-partner for having those desires because they were suppressed, and his partner wasn't willing to fulfill his desires. So when we are able to express and hold space for one another in this way, imagine how many relationships that you can transform. Food for thought, especially for me. And how can I bring this in healing my relationship with my mother and taking it to the next level, where I'm no longer triggered by her toxicity and negativity as a victim. If you got something out of this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can share my messages to as many people as I can to live their best life and live a life beyond trauma. You can also give this video a like, comment below in what you got from it, and share it with your loved ones as well. If you are ready to take yourself to the next level, I invite you to attend my Full Moon Inner Child Healing Circle. This will be my last one for 2024, and things will change and be revamped for my online ceremonies in 2025. So if you're ready to start bringing lightness and healing into the fragment versions of you, your inner child or children, this ceremony is for you. There will be astrological updates, light language transmissions, sound therapy, sacred sharing, space holding, and a personalized message just for you and your inner child to move forward. I am also running my connection circle for conscious men and women in Tokyo, Japan with my beautiful partner, Rob. And we are going to guide you in creative processes to start healing the wounded masculine and feminine within yourself, and how we can use creative expression, communication, and healing processes to bring this into wholeness. So if you are up for this experience, please click on the links below. And I am also running my Transforming Trauma and Conscious Relationship weekend workshops in Adelaide, London, and also I'll be running one in Tokyo, and I will be launching my Healing Your Inner Child weekend workshop as well. So make sure you are on my email list if you would like more details for my new workshop, Healing Your Inner Child, and I'll share more information about that. If you're not on my email list, you can send me an email, jessxgo@lifeinconfidence.com. It's also in the video description as well to find my email there. So all of my offerings and upcoming events, you can click on the links below to discover more of who you came here to be. And that is the light that's in your heart. So what if you gave yourself full permission to hold space for your emotions, so you can then hold space for other people's emotions and transform your relationships and the world?